Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is Wednesday, September 13th, 2023. It's a beautiful sunny day outside. I've been back from MrMaple Open House. I did get another hat. MrMaple Open House for a little over a week now. So I thought today would be a great time to go through, show you everything I purchased and picked up. Some of these I did pre-purchase before the open house, but there are several I did pick up. So I thought it'd be fun to go through each cultivar, talk a little bit about them. And I will post links for all these below if I can find them. Some of these may be available now and some of them may not. But I'll post what I can find in the description below. And guys, I hope y'all enjoyed. But first guys, I want to talk to y'all. I did start a Facebook group called Maple Maniacs. It's just another, I just thought it'd be fun to start a little group, talk about gardening related stuff, maples, anything, you know, anything garden related, just another place to have fun and communicate with each other, and just another little community I'd like to get going. And I think it's fun. So guys, I invite y'all to come on over and join. I'll post a picture of the group right here. And yeah, come on over, join, and let's talk and have some fun, post pictures. I invite y'all to come on over. But guys, I'm going to get into this. Got several to talk about. So I'm gonna go ahead and start right off. I got a 1 gallon I'm gonna start off with. And it's a big 1 gallon. This is Acer Palmatum orizuru. Just a really cool variegated one that kept catching my eye in one of the greenhouses. Gets white to green to pink on it. I'm assuming this is one that you may have to keep an eye on, but I was told it is really stable. Get some green striped bark on it as well as it matures. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it does have some striping to the bark. It grows about 8 to 10 foot in 10 years. I will need to give this one some afternoon shade. Here I'm zone 7B, Jackson, Tennessee. It gets really hot during the summer, but yeah, so I'll try to give this a more sheltered, shady spot in the afternoon. Looking very forward to this. Really good size 1 gallon. I'm about 5'8", and it's basically taller than me. So yeah, really cool variegated one. 8 foot, about 10 years. Get some nice red fall color on it. Let's see if I can show you some variegation. Got some nice variegation on it. Really excited about this one. This is probably one of the first variegated types like this that I picked up. Yeah, so I'm excited about this. Really liking this. Acer Palmatum orizuru. All right, next one I'm going to talk about is a 2 gallon. This is a newer introduction. I think this is originated out of Europe. This is Mystic Jewel, and they do believe this to be a hybrid between I guess Palmatum and Oliverium. They're not sure about the zones, but this is a new one that just came out. They actually just introduced this online, I want to say 3 or 4 days ago. But it gets leaves out kind of purple red in the spring, and that leaf darkens to like a deep green. It has that kind of Oliverium leaf on it. Not sure of the zone. I think maybe zone 6 to 9. They don't want to say zone 5 yet, because it is hasn't been evaluated long enough, I don't believe. But I'm really excited to try this one out. I'm gonna plant this one somewhere, probably in the backyard, maybe the front yard. We'll see. But get some also get some nice pink summer flushes. If you can see that, they've darkened a little bit, but this thing was just lit up about a week ago. Isn't that gorgeous? That's beautiful. But yeah, I believe it's a fairly vigorous grower. Also 12 foot in about 10 years, and it does get shades of yellow and orange in the fall. So this is a 2 gallon. Like I said, taller than me. Basically, I'm 5'8". Yeah, Mystic Jewel. All right, I do have another 2 gallon I'm gonna talk about. This is Acer Palmatum Sango Kaku, not Sango Kaku, but Sango Kaku. This is a more, just consider this a more vigorous form of Mikado Yatsubusa. And this one is already trying to transition to some fall color since I brought it over. We're a little bit we're quite a bit warmer here than over there. It was warm over there, but we're starting to cool down now, so fall color is trying to come in on some of these. But yeah, this is a think of this as a more vigorous Mikado. I think this will end up getting about, I guess, 8 to 10 foot in about 15 years. Get some red fall color, as you can see right here. It's starting to get red. If you can see that. Yeah. One I was excited to get. Acer Palmatum Sango Kaku. Alright guys, next one we're going to talk about is Mikado. Guys, I'm a big fan of the Shiraz. This is a Acer Shiraz Mikado. This is a Talon Bulk Colts introduction, I believe. Leaves out plum red in the spring. Good size, 1 gallon. Plum red in the spring, and it does get a kind of darkens to a chartreuse color on the leaf while holding some of that red. Show you some of the color on here. Really, really cool one. Gets orange to red fall color. I guess about 10 foot in about 10 years maybe. So not just a super slow growing one, but this one is a good size, 1 gallon. Got roots coming all off the bottom. Love these Shiraz ones, guys. Acer Shiraz Mikado. Guys, I apologize, it is a little windy. Hope it's not too loud or messing the audio up too bad. All right, next one we're going to talk about is Van Essence Gold. Where is Van Essence Gold? This is Van Essence Gold. This leaves out, it's a deep gold orange spring color, and then it fades. After the spring color fades, it fades to this dark green. This Matsumari type leaf. Really cool, interesting leaf on it. You can see that. And then fall color, it goes back yellow. So really cool one. Interesting leaf, great fall color, super interesting serrated Matsumari leaf on it. Yeah, Acer Palmatum Van Essence Gold. Check it out, guys. All right, next one we're going to talk about is a classic. This is Acer Palmatum Shigeribato Lion's Head Maple. This is one I've been collecting for about 5 years now, and I've never got a Shigeribato, so I did finally decide to pick one up at open house. You see, it's got that really tight crinkly foliage on it. Just super interesting. Very unique one. Not your typical leaf at all. Crinkles and curls and twists. Really cool. Get some yellow fall color. Just a classic Japanese maple that I finally decided to get. I started looking at it as one that you could almost get at any time, but it's still a classic, and I decided I did need one, so I finally did pull the trigger on it, and I am glad I did. This is a great size, 1 gallon, as you can see. I'm 5'8", it's up above my chest, about to my neck. So, and I've heard it's fairly vigorous once it starts. Once you get it established, it does grow pretty fast, or fairly fast. So yeah, Acer Palmatum Shigeribato. Next one I'm going to talk about is this awesome one. This is Naruto. Tried it. Acer Rogerianum Naruto. Leaves curl inwards, and I did read that Japan gives this one 2 different names. One is Naruto, and one is Tancho. Tancho, that's it. And Naruto means birds in flight. You can kind of see that. And Tancho is a kind of Japanese crane, type of Japanese bird. But yeah, you can see how it's got the twisting leaves. It looks like birds in flight, or like origami, kind of really interesting. I want to say this is a more upright grower, and it does get some nice orange to red fall color. So it's super interesting, and that's why I picked it up. Yeah, Acer Rogerianum Naruto. Check it out, guys. Check him leaves out. It looks like it's dry, but it's not. That's just the leaf. It's super interesting. All right, next one we're going to talk about is Cloud of Dragons. This is Acer Palmatum Cloud of Dragons. So the leaves on these do have a slight crinkle. They kind of crinkle, kind of like the shigeribato, but not as exaggerated. Small leaf on them. Does have some slight variegation to them. Probably hard to see on camera, but yeah, just a super cool one. Fairly vigorous, 10 to 12 foot in 10 years, so probably about a foot of growth a year, and just really unique. So one I just wanted to pick up. So yeah, Acer Palmatum Cloud of Dragons. Next one we're going to talk about is Wild Collected Japonicum. This is the one that fell down. And this is the Acer Japonicum from Shigeribato Pass number 2. Just saw this in one of the greenhouses. And just something really cool about the Wild Collected Japonicums, that they all have great fall color. Super cool. Big leaf on them. That'll get, you put it in shade, that leaf will probably get larger next year. But yeah, this is just super cool Japonicum that I love Japonicums, but I love all of them. I love full moons, love the Japonicums. So I did see this in one of the greenhouses. They are kind of rare to find, so I did pick this one up. Great fall color. I'm assuming about a foot a year, maybe less on growth. But yeah, just a cool one that I decided to pick up. Wild Collected Acer Japonicum from Shigeribato Pass. Alright, next one I'm going to talk about is this one, Japanese lanterns. This is a MrMaple introduction. Oops, excuse me. And this one, the foliage actually turns and curls downward like a Japanese lantern would. I don't know if you can see that or tell. But just super interesting. This is a MrMaple intro, like I said. Yeah, but 6 to 8 foot, 10 years. Orange to red fall color, really bright. It does handle full sun up to zone 8. I'm zone 7B. I'm tempted to try it in quite a bit of sun. This is a good size. This is 1 gallon. It's up to my chin. Yeah, Acer Palmatum Japanese lanterns, guys. Check that out. I will post links for all these in the description below, so y'all can go over and check them out and purchase if available. All right, next one we're going to talk about is a super interesting one. This is a Pictum batwing maple called Hoshi-Yadori. Hoshi-Yadori is a Pictum, like I said. It leaves out, kind of comes out with a reddish tint to the leaves, open to the dark green, and then it gets this yellow speckling and variegation on it. I love the Pictums. I have an Usigumo that I really love, so I did pick up a Hoshi-Yadori. I'm really excited about this one. Yellow fall color. Gets about 10 foot in 15 years. If you can see that variegation on it. Really cool. Acer Pictum Hoshi-Yadori. Super excited about this one. Next one I'm going to talk about is another Pictum. And this is considered one of the whitest, or the whitest Pictum. This is Acer Pictum Nagiri Nishiki. Look at that variegation on it. That white, cream, green. Really cool. Gets yellow to orange fall color. Another 8 to 10 footer in about 15 years. Really interesting bark on it too, I think. Not your typical, maple bark. But yeah. Acer Pictum Nagiri Nishiki. Super excited about it. It's fun to watch it leaf out in the spring. It does get like I have had a pinkish tint on mine when it leafed out, and then it goes to white and then develops that variegation from there. But yeah, just super cool. Acer Pictum Nagiri Nishiki. The next one I'm going to talk about is Noel. This is Noel. This is a variegated sport off Shin Shoujo. Leaves out bright fiery red in the spring, and then it gets like some pink and cream variegation on it, but then it gets like new flushes, like pinks to reds on it. Really cool tree. Like I said, variegated sport off Shin Shoujo, which is, I believe they use that for bonsai a lot. So yeah, this is a fiery red spring color, like I said, variegated. I guess it gets about maybe 10 to 12 foot in 15 years. Yeah, just a classic. Always one to grab when it becomes available, because they do go really fast. So I'm super excited to try this one again. I did have one earlier this year, and the March freeze got it after it leafed out here in Tennessee. We had freezing temperatures in the low 20s after a lot of stuff leafed out, and it did get it, even though it was covered. So I'm excited to have another one. Acer Palmatum Noel. The next one we'll talk about is Acer Palmatum Shigeribato. Where is that at? Oh, here it is. Shigeribato. So this one is really cool. It's not a lace leaf. It looks like a lace leaf, but this is like a Matsumuri type leaf. Leaves out with bronze tips in the spring. It gets wider than it does tall, so you can expect maybe 6 years. This one to be maybe, or not 6 years, about 6 foot in about 10 years maybe, and probably maybe just as wide, if not wider. So if you see that leaf, I'll try to show the camera. It's not a lace leaf, although it does look very similar to one. But yeah, really cool. Yellow to orange fall color. Like I said, lime green with bronze tips in the spring. One that's a showstopper in the fall. So that is you got the lace leaf type, but not actually a lace leaf. You got the bronzing, you got the lime green in the spring, and then you got that yellow to gold fall color. I mean, and it doesn't grow like a normal maple, grows a little bit wider than it does tall. So just a really super interesting maple. Acer Palmatum Shigeribato, if I'm saying that right. And I got a few more here. Let's talk about a Rogerianum, guys. Rogerianum called Yayo gasa. Gets these huge leaves on them, and just super interesting. I got this one basically for the fall color. Get some crazy oranges to yellows in the fall color, and just 15 foot, about 20 years, so not just super fast. So it'd be one to watch in the fall for that fall color. Like I said, I love the Rogerianums. I got a couple of them. I love the big leaves on them. Beautiful leaves on them, and I'm looking forward to that fall color. Acer Rogerianum Yayo gasa. And see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Go ahead and talk about this one. This is another Japonicum, wasami. Just a classic Japonicum. These get huge leaves. This can be grown in more sun. If you do grow it in a little bit more shade, the leaves are supposed to get really huge, like dinner plate sized. It's got a super interesting big leaf. Got some good color, good late summer color. Get some beautiful flushes of like, I want to say like just orange to yellow on them. And then it's got a little hint. You probably can't see it in the camera, but it gets the flushes of orange on it when they flush out, the new growth, and then it fades to the lime green, and then it finally darkens to this fall color. I'm assuming it's gonna be yellow to orange. All the Japonicums have great fall color, so really looking forward to this one. Actually grabbed it the last day I was there. It did go up on the 10 at 10 the day I left, and I went ahead and purchased one and went and picked it up. So yeah, Acer Japonica wasami. Alright guys, got two more here. Got another Shiraz called Blue Moon. This is a Shiraz. It's a sister seedling off Moonrise. So another Carl Munn introduction, I believe. But bronze, gets bronze spring color with, and then the leaf for the summer color. It's not a dark green, it's like more of a yellow green. But yeah, just a really cool 8 to 10 foot and maybe 15 years. I've always wanted this variety. Gonna be more sensitive to sun, so you need to give it some afternoon shade. But yeah, probably a slow grower, more like maybe more like a Arium. But yeah, Blue Moon Acer Shiraz. I'm super thrilled to get this one. I've actually been on the hunt for this one for a few years, and I was finally able to get one. So yeah, excited about this one. And I have one more maple, then I have a few more plants I'm gonna talk about. This is Acer Palmatum La Diablo. I don't know a whole lot about this one. Like I do know it leafs out like bright orange to red. I've heard that the color is even better than Winnoyama. So it's got a really nice color for summer, like a bright chartreuse green to yellow leaf. Not sure about the fall color. I want to say the growth habit's about 8 foot and 10 years. But the one they put on the website a while back, I did pre-purchase this one before I picked it up at open house. So this one caught my eye. Just a newer variety that I wanted to try out just for that spring color. I'm excited to see the spring color next year. So yeah, Acer Palmatum La Diablo. I'll check it out. Guys, I'll be trying to put descriptions or links in the description for all these down below. I'll check them out. And I have one more maple we'll talk about. This is Acer Palmatum, originally Earth Mound. I believe it is actually Earth Fire. I don't know a lot about this one either. I want to say it's like just a low mounding red grower, but really cool color on this leaf. I don't know if you can see it. It's got red to lime green in it. This one kind of grows, I've been told the habit, it grows just in a mound. It grows up and out and just grows like in a mound. So, but yeah, cultivar name is actually Earthfire. I'll put it on the screen. Not a lot of info about it yet. I don't think it's one that's been released yet. So it was cool to find this in the greenhouse. I found a small set, so I grabbed one up. I'm excited to try this out. Acer Palmatum Earthfire. And guys, I did pick up a few conifers. I'm trying to get into conifers a little bit more. I don't know about y'all. I think they're great companion plants. But being in the south here, it is hot. Humidity is not great or hasn't been, in my experience, hasn't been great for me to plant conifers. I just may be no good with them, but I'm gonna try a few out. So we'll start out with Mosory. This is basically this. If you know Mozurai Pinus sylvestris green penguin, this is basically the gold version of green penguin. So this one will grow like green penguin, but in the wintertime, it does go gold. I'm assuming the colder you get, or the colder the winter, maybe it gets more gold, gets that color better. If it's a mild winter, maybe not so much, but I wanted to try it out. So got Pinus sylvestris Mozurai. Grows about 3 to 4 foot tall in 10 years, I believe. Just grows a nice conical habit. So I got the green penguin. I wanted the gold version. I was finally able to get it. Guys, I got a couple more, 2 or 3 more. This one is Pinus thunbergii kotobuki, Japanese black pine. I wanted to try some Japanese black pine, so I did get this one. Grows super slow. You can keep it smaller if you cut the candles on it. But I think over time it can get 8 to 10 foot. But I think it's going to take a while before it gets that big. So be a nice companion plant next to like maybe a summer gold or a firefly or something like that. A nice companion plant to any Japanese maples or conifers. So I'm trying to get into more conifers, so I thought I'd try this one out. Okay, this next one, I took a risk on getting it because I don't do well with spruces, but this one is listed at zone 3 through 9. It's really cold tolerant and heat tolerant. This is called Prica on Prica, Burliners Weeping Witch's Broom. So it says weeping, but I've read that this one actually grows more small and dense, really slow grower, maybe 1.5 feet in 10 years. What drew me to it was a blue-green foliage. Got some nice bluish foliage on it. And it does supposedly get some purple cones on it. Some like dark to bright, or maybe it's bright purple cones on it. I'm not super experienced with conifers, but being zone 3 through 9, I thought I would try it out, take a chance. It's gorgeous. It's got some great color. Yeah, so I'm just gonna say Serbian spruce Burliners Weeping, since I can't say the actual name very well. And then I've been wanting to try one of these out for a while. This is an umbrella pine. I'm not gonna try to say the name because I will butcher it. I don't know if you can see that on there. But this one is called Golden Parasol. There is one called Green Parasol. This is the gold version of it. I don't know a lot about umbrella pines. I'm assuming this one goes gold in the winter. Not sure if anybody knows about that or knows anything more about this. Put it in the comments below. Yeah, but I believe this one grows about maybe 5 foot tall in about 10 years, 10, 12, 15 years, and maybe 4 or 5 foot wide. This is supposed to be, I believe, a zone 9, up to zone 9. Zone 7B here. I've always been told it's hard to grow umbrella pines here, but I do know people in zone 7A that are growing them very well, so I thought I would give this one a try. Golden Parasol, umbrella pine. I'm not going to try to say the name because I'll butcher it. Alright guys, that's all the conifers and maples. And I did pick up the last 2 plants. I did pick up 2 osmanthus. And these are pointy and thorny. This one is Osmanthus Heterophyllis Hariyama. Check that out. That just looks like a shigeribato or a Mikado Yatsubusa of the Osmanthus family. So I just thought that looked really cool, super interesting. 3 to 4 foot in 10, 12 years, I believe. So Osmanthus Heterophyllis Hariyama. Kind of a funny name, but yeah, that just looks super cool, and they'll get you if you're not careful. And then the last one is Osmanthus goshiki, slow growing dwarf variegated. I'm assuming do give this one part shade. Got some beautiful variegation on it. Same habit, maybe 3 foot in 10, 12 years. Just saw the variegation on it and it struck me really well, so I do have one osmanthus. I'm trying to delve a little bit into more osmanthus as well, so I did pick that one up. So guys, that's the last of them. I don't know how many I went through there, but it's several. I'm about almost 30 minutes into this video, guys. If y'all still here, I appreciate y'all watching. And just a quick announcement. When I get to about 400 subscribers, I'm gonna look more into, maybe after I get to 400 subscribers, I'm gonna look into doing a 500 subscriber giveaway. So guys, help me build this channel. Like I said, once I get to 400, I'll officially announce that giveaway. But guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've gained some knowledge. I'll put links in the description below for everything. And guys, thank you for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.